everyone, I'm Harley Hero, and in this video we're going to be covering the recent Twilight Cup that I participated in over in the Broadway Arcade in downtown Kansas City. For this video I'm mostly going to be doing a voiceover of the footage that I recorded on my phone, since there wasn't really a lot of action to record with the camera. So hope you enjoy. First off, it starts with me at an immediate disadvantage using an ice type versus a water type, and I'm not doing very effective damage. So I try hitting him with the shadow ball, and he blocks it. And down goes Frostlass. I bring in Dust Tuck since I don't really have anything better to use. I just didn't want to use another ice. And I was able to get Quillfish to be changed out. He brings in Azrael, which again, not really doing anything special here. Probably should have used Poison Move, but I was really banking on the Silver Wind giving me a move buff. 2 Silver Winds later, not doing any real damage, and still no buff. I was able to get a third one off, and still nothing. Down goes Dustox. I brought in Ninetales, and again it's ice versus water, and I'm at disadvantage. Luckily I'm able to do neutral damage with Psybeam, and I was able to knock out his Azrael. And he brings back Quillfish, which does decent damage to me. I do nothing to it, and down goes Ninetales. That's the end of that. Second round I decided to bring in Ivysaur as a lead, since I was expecting his Quillfish again. Quillfish being poison type resists grass, so I'm only going to do neutral damage here, but that's really the best counter I had at the time. We trade shields back and forth, and after another Razor Leap, down goes Quillfish. He brings in Azrael, and my grass type is now down, so it's back to ice versus water. I'm not doing well again. Able to put out Psyshock for neutral damage, and another. Still not getting through the tankiness of that Azrael. Switching Dustox, banking on Silver Wind again. I'm up against a Dark Poison type with Flamethrower, which is just going to destroy me. And yeah, one hit. This match starts off with Dustox versus Victory Bell. I already have an advantage being Bug type, resisting his grass attacks. He changes out for Venomoth. I panic and pick the wrong Mon. I should have brought in Alolan Muck with Zud. He's much better against Venomoth. Ultimately, Venusaur goes down pretty quickly, and I bring out Dustox, dies instantly, and here comes Alolan Muck to save the day. I get a charge move off, and Venomoth goes down. Then he brings out Toxicroak, which is the worst nightmare of Alolan Muck, and that fight is over quickly. Next round I start out with Toxicroak versus his Alolan Muck. He immediately changes out to Venomoth, and I switch over to Frostlass. I'm actually in a pretty good position here. I fire off an Avalanche, and he blocks it, which is probably good because it would have done serious damage. I let him hit me with the Silver Wind and fire back an Avalanche. He blocks again. He's already down both shields, and I'm able to get off another Avalanche before Frostlass goes down. Brings out Toxicroak, so of course I bring out Dustox with Confusion. Quickly end him. And a Alolan Muck, which I bring out a Toxicroak for. That ground damage sort of just does the job for me. He brings out a Toxicroak, and I'm able to finish him off pretty quickly. I get it one Silver Wind off, and Toxicroak goes down. The third round, Toxicroak versus Meryl. We're at a neutral type matchup. I switch over to a Alolan Muck. And he switches to Toxicroak. I pretty much just gave him that kill. Now I bring out a Dustox with Confusion, and I'm able to do some good damage to Toxicroak. He brings in Azrael, which I don't really have a great counter for, and once again I'm banking on Silver Wind, giving me a buff to win this match. 2 charge moves out, no buff. I'm probably not going to win with that. Here we are with Toxicroak versus Meryl. He goes down quickly, brings in a Victory Bell, which I don't really have a great counter for, blocks my charge attack, and down goes Toxicroak. For this round, my opponent starts off with Dust Noir, which is very lucky for me because I have a Dark Charge move which does super effective against his Ghost type. He shields, really good idea on his part. I let him hit me with a Dark Pulse to save a shield for later. He's down both shields in the first match. And I use another shield, fire off that Dark Pulse, and Dust Noir goes down. Sends out Gardevoir, again weak to Dark type move, go right through him. And then it's Alolan Muck versus Houndoom, which not really a great matchup, but with enough HP and 2 extra mons, I'm not really worried. Fire off of Silver Wind, and down goes Houndoom. Next match, Alolan Muck versus Granbull. I'm at an advantage having Poison and Dark here. He hits me with a Crunch, doesn't really do anything. I took him down only using fast moves, so I had some extra energy for firing off multiple Dark Pulses right afterwards. On his second mon, he's already down both of his shields, and I'm able to get another Dark Pulse out before Alolan Muck goes down. And I just let him take that one. Send out Toxicroak, he has Mischievous. We're in a neutral matchup, but I'm able to do good enough damage using Counter and Mud Bomb. And that's the end of round 3. I started things out with a Alolan Muck. He sends out a Quillfish. Not really at a great type matchup, but we should be doing neutral damage to each other. We trade shields. I go ahead and trade out for Toxicroak, which in turn trains in his Venomoth. And immediately Toxicroak dies. I send a Alolan Muck back out to try to get rid of Venomoth. Fire off a Dark Pulse, and he lets me hit him, and down goes Venomoth. And the Quillfish comes back out and finishes me off with an Aquatelia to save up, so I send out an Ivysaur, and I'm able to hit him with the Razor Leaf, which KOs Quillfish. And there's Skunk Tick again, probably with the Flamethrower, and Ivysaur goes down. I start things off with Ivysaur versus Quillfish. He immediately changes up for Venomoth, seeing that he's at a disadvantage. I switch in for Alolan Muck. Now, if shields weren't in play, Alolan Muck would be able to take Venomoth down, but as things go, he's able to do much better fast damage than me, so Alolan Muck goes down, but he's able to get off another Dark Pulse, take his last shield away. I send in Ivysaur, not wanting to use Toxicroak versus Venomoth. And after a Power Whip and a few Razor Leaps, Venomoth goes down. He sends a Skunk Tank, and I go ahead and change out for Toxicroak, being the best counter for Skunk Tank. Planther almost kills me, but I'm able to get a Mud Bomb off, which takes down Skunk Tank. Now it's Quillfish versus Ivysaur. With Ivysaur having no health, this match is over. Things start out with Toxicroak versus Roserade. I have an immediate advantage, so they change out for Mr. Mime, which almost immediately kills Toxicroak, but I'm able to get a Mud Bomb off and take his shield. Now I switch over to Frostlass, hoping to do Ghost type damage to his Psychic Mon, which he blocks the Shadow Ball, and returns the Psychic. Now I'm just doing Ice damage, and able to kill him with an Avalanche. Brings over Mightyena, which kills Frostlass, and I switch into Dustox, not really having a better counter for Mightyena. Here, I'm able to actually get it off a buff. And now, Dustox is pretty much going to carry me through the rest of the fight, since once they get buffed, it's pretty much over. And there's a second buff at the end, just for a little sugar on top. Next fight, I bring in Alolan Muck versus his Frostlass. I'm at an advantage doing dark damage to a Ghost type. And it looks like they blocked my Dark Pulse. Switching Skunk Tank, which I had a Toxicroak ready for. I fired off a Mud Bomb, and that kills Skunk Tank right away. Brings in Mr. Mime to take out Toxicroak. Back to Alolan Muck, who's able to do dark damage to a Psychic type and super effective kill him. Now it's Frostlass kills Alolan Muck, and it's down to Ice versus Ice here. And with that, that's GG. Well, that's it for me. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, please subscribe to my channel. Be sure to smash that like button while you're here, and I'll see y'all in the next video.